Welcome back to the Wrong Advice Podcast. I'm your host, John Pachuto, and I'm very excited to have my good buddy in studio, Steven Sirvan. My man, how you doing?
Very well. How are you, John?
I'm doing great, buddy. Great to have you in studio today.
I appreciate you having me.
Oh, thanks for coming, man. Why don't you introduce yourself to the listeners?
My name is Steven Sirvan. I'm 33 years old. I reside out of West Caldwell, New Jersey. I consider myself a creative of some sort. I have a full-time job.
Say that.
With the town of North Caldwell. That's like the 9 to 5, but I'm always interested in doing other things besides that, usually in creative fields. I've been a professional photographer for about 10 years. Shied away from photography. I still shoot here and there. But for the last year and 2 months, I've been running a woodworking business from COVID. It started when I was laid off from work, and it sort of snowballed, and just because of social media and I guess getting new clients, it's really turned into something special.
So obviously the Instagram and such will be linked in the bio.
Okay.
The woodworking stuff visually is not great for a podcast medium, but your stuff is incredible. I wish I had more than 430 square feet to put something that you have in this space.
For you, of course.
But talk to me about the last year. So I mean, was it a hobby that you kind of just always were interested in, and how did you start?
Yeah, exactly that. It's funny. So I have a buddy of mine who's a carpenter, and he has his own chainsaw mill. And what that is it's a jig, as you like to call it. Jigs are in a woodworking term for just something you connect to a tool to create like something out of wood. It's like an accessory. So he has something where he connects to his chainsaw and can mill logs, into slabs. And slabs are vertical or horizontal, I guess, slabs of wood that keep about 2 to 3 inches thick, that keep the natural edge of the lumber. That's why I do a lot of live edge stuff. That's right. It's called live edge.
Which for people listening, it's like the bark end of the...
Right, yeah, it's a natural edge. We don't square it off. You keep the natural edge, and it's pretty popular right now.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a bunch of slabs dried, because it takes like that, and I'll get into that very soon about dryness of wood and how I found out about that the hard way. So yeah, he had a couple pieces of wood, and I was on relieved from work for a couple of weeks, and I was like, all right, what can I do? And I saw a couple of pieces online. I'm like, I could really do this. I'm like, that's pretty cool. So I knew he had some wood, and just turned it into a console table, in which I raffled off, because I have a friend that raffles quads. And he makes a whole lot of money doing this.
Wow.
Yeah, he raffles off quads. It's a 6-figure side hustle.
I entered this raffle.
Yes,
I think I won $60.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I think you did. Yeah. That's
our mutual friend, how we met, Jackie Molesio, was very mad that I won.
She was very mad.
Yeah.
I know. I
was like, I don't want this $60. I want the fucking table.
I remember the comment vividly. She wasn't very happy. So yeah, I raffled. I was like, all right, well, this would be a good way to get my name out.
Mm-hmm.
And just even through that, a lot of people were like, all right, if I don't win this raffle, can you make me a coffee table? Can you make me a desk? And so on and so forth. And sort of snowballed from there. Did the raffle, and then started looking around Facebook and just the internet, talking to a lot of different people, and just learning about, like, all right, how can I really make this happen?
Mm-hmm.
Learning about different types of wood, moisture content, how like you can't just cut wood down fresh and make a table, because it has to be really dry, like for years outside, and then you throw it in something called a kiln. It's a big, almost like there's vacuum kilns, like it cooks it to a certain percentage.
How does something dry outside if it rains?
It's called like stickering. You pretty much how you cut it. You just slab it, and then you put like pieces of wood in between them, so air can get in between, and you stack it the way it's actually like naturally round.
Mm-hmm.
So you start with the lower piece, this and that, and then some people obviously put like a shed over it or some sort of
gotcha.
Covering, but they need it air dry for a couple of years. How thick each piece has to be 1 year outside dry.
So it's 2
inches thick, 2 years outside, and then a kiln. It's a whole process, and I had no clue.
Wow.
So I was getting wood from people like, I know somebody who has a tree business, so I'm getting this wood. I'm like, yeah, I'll just get this wood for free. I'll be rich. It doesn't have to be this hard.
Yeah.
But, it was really hard. So started it that way. Just learned as much as I could. I mean, I'm pretty good with tools. Like I've done wood shop, and I'm decent at a lot of different stuff like that. But to this extent, like, with this, there's learning epoxy, learning all different ways to flatten slabs. So it was a whole new experience for me, and I was taking on jobs that I've never done before. I'm taking these deposits, like, yeah, I'll figure it out, and I've just been figuring it out ever since.
That's fucking awesome.
And it's been working out really well.
It seems like a natural extension. Like you said, you're a photographer for 10 years.
Yeah,
it seems like a natural creative
I
flex.
need that, exactly. Because especially, I was working a lot, and a 9 to 5 is just not enough for me. I've always I need more. I need something else. I can't sit home after work, watch some TV.
Sure.
I know I work out. That's something else to do, but even photography, that's how I found it that way, because I needed something else. I needed some sort of creative outlet. And yeah, for me, it's really been fulfilling that. And, having that, it's been awesome. I love it, because...
Do you feel like it flexes like a different sort of creative muscle in your head or like in your soul or something?
Compared to photography or just in general?
Just in general.
Yeah, of course, because what I really get out of it, especially like what I loved doing in photography, because what I did mostly in photography was action sports. Mm-hmm. It's like skateboarding. So like a skater would come up to me, or a company like Vans. I shot a lot of stuff for Vans.
Oh, no shit.
Vans, and I worked for Thrasher Magazine, the biggest.
Fuck, that's sick.
I've had a lot of stuff published in them. I worked for them for a while.
Wow, that's awesome.
So it's like, all right, there's skate spots, like a stair set or some ledge, let's call it a skate spot, quote unquote. So the skater like, yeah, I want to do this at this spot. So I'm really good at, I still have a crazy imagination. So I could picture in my head, like, all right, how am I going to shoot this? How am I going to, so putting what I have in my head and actually making it happen. Like the photo of like, all right, well, this how this trick's going to look, still as a still image. And like, all right, well, I know how the composition is going to be. And I'm always trying to do a little wide angle stuff. Like in skateboarding, they do a lot of fisheye. They're really close, but I want to make a photo. I want to make something cool and visually appealing. So, and the same thing with this woodworking, because a lot of it's commissioned, so it's custom stuff, and that's why I like doing the best, because they're like, they have an idea, they have a vision. I'm like, give me some inspiration, and really making it happen, and seeing like the look on the customer's face, and like going from maybe a sketch on some paper to actually making it happen in something that's tangible. That's it for me.
That's awesome.
So fulfilling, and the gratification I get from that.
Yeah, so
I came sort of correlates.
Yeah, that's awesome. I came by your shop, I don't know, maybe like 2-3 weeks ago, and you're working on like a huge table. So what's like the biggest piece that you've made to date?
These dining room tables. Big black walnut dining table. It's a single slab. It was probably 400 pounds. Just a piece of wood alone, 3 inches thick. Probably 7 feet long, but it's like really wide too. It's for a woman in Roseland. That thing was a beast. Actually 2 dining room tables in Roseland, a bar top. They've been pretty big. So yeah.
It's interesting. From a photography perspective, obviously I'm a photographer as well. And you mentioned like being able to like creatively like present your vision for a particular photograph or a piece of wood or something that you're making for someone. I often struggle with like what my vision of something is going to be before I'm there, right? Yeah. So like whether I'm shooting with a model or I'm doing street work or whatever, until I'm presented in the moment, it's hard for me to...
Oh, of course. So yeah, 'cause obviously, that's especially you're doing portrait photography or even you do landscape, you're out doing street stuff. Obviously, that's on the fly. That's what's catching your eye. Lining up compositions, oh shit, how this light's working and all that kind of stuff has to factor into it. But yeah, with the model, I mean...
Like, do you find yourself, like I can't pre-plan my creativity?
Yeah, to an extent. I mean, with that, maybe your location, like how you're going to same locations, because you have awesome, like as like a portrait photographer or someone shooting people, like you're going to constantly maybe go back to the same locations, or you're going to find a location, like, all right, I want, so you'll have that in your head, like, all right, well, I know how the light's going to look here. If it's dark, you're in an alleyway, like depending where you are, and then obviously you can come up with, ideas for that.
So talk me through how you started working for like Thrasher and Vans. I mean, like those are huge brands.
Yeah. Just to the skate community, the skateboard community is very tight knit. Everyone knows everybody. And there wasn't a lot of skate photographers, especially coming from the East Coast and Jersey. There's some out of New York City, and they all moved to LA. Like a lot of them, the filmers, the photographers, even the skateboarders.
Weather helps.
Yeah, of course. But that's where mostly the industry as well. But with New York, it's like New York City skaters. Even there's a lot of people coming from LA back to New York because it's the fucking coolest.
Well, because LA sucks.
Yeah, exactly. It's the culture over here. It's the street vibe. It's real raw over here. It's not commercial bullshit. So people love coming back here. I love shooting out like in our sort of urban areas. Like I've shot a lot of awesome photo that was actually across the street from here.
No shit.
There's a parking garage. What is that? Maybe Midland. There's a parking garage, and it's got these stairs with a huge handrail coming from Bloomfield Avenue to the parking garage. Okay. So I shot a kid ollieing over that. I could show you.
And was that in Thrasher?
That was in another magazine.
Okay.
But yeah, I've shot a bunch of photos in Montclair. But yeah, how I got into that, it's just knowing people, networking. It's crazy. Like I grew up skateboarding since 4th grade. I still love it. That's who I am. It comes from, skating is such a creative outlet as itself. It's not a sport. Like, oh, it's I'll call it a sport. Yes,
it was in the Olympics.
You can judge it. Yes, there's a way to judge it, but it's you can't be the best at it. You can't win skateboarding. It's not a game.
Yeah,
it's an ever flowing thing. That's a creative.
I agree.
Everyone's
with
got their own style. Everyone has their own tricks. What they like to do. How they approach a certain scenario or stair set or whatever the obstacle may be.
It's art.
It is. It's literally like poetry in motion. Like you're creating it as you go. So that's why you really can't take that away from people. Like, oh. Like, everyone could throw a football the same way as Aaron Rodgers, but not everyone skates the same. Not everyone, has their... everyone has their own style. So, getting
so
back...
you're just shooting for...
Yeah, just shooting for people, for local skate shops. That's where you really start at. Skating local kids. A lot of kids...
And is this still, like, a thing? Like, can you still be, like, a big skate photographer in 2021?
You travel around the world with these teams. Like, it could be the Vans team. It could be a board company that you'll travel around the world, and they'll be like, all right, it'll be on the internet, like on the websites. It'll be still in the magazines. There's still skate magazines.
That's awesome.
So you'll travel around the world. It could be a tour in the United States. It could be to Egypt or, Japan, and you'll pretty much cover the trip. And you'll shoot all the photos for it. A lot of times you'll do the written word too. You'll cover. So you'll do the whole, maybe a 5-page spread in these magazines.
That's sweet.
Their whole trip and how shit goes.
So did you get to travel anywhere when you were?
Just United States. Okay. No, I never made that big.
Yeah.
Like I could have. It's just like it's how timing was in life.
Yeah.
It's hard to.
You need like a job to pay bills.
Yeah, exactly. Like I didn't go to LA. I didn't do all that. So I was doing this on the side. So I was just
We're about the same age, and I found that, like, so you have a gigantic head start on me, like, creative-wise, photography-wise. Like, I just kind of stumbled into this love of my life.
How long have you been doing this? I've wondered.
I've been taking pictures, I want to say, for somewhere between 3 and 5 years.
Okay.
And I can't quite remember, like, my buddy Alex Sweetwood owns Unique Photo.
Yeah.
So I bought a...
Yeah, I knew his uncle.
I bought a... Jesus Christ, what was it? Like a 60D.
Oh, the Canon
in 2004 or 5.
And that wasn't a bad camera.
No, it was fine.
I bought a shit Canon. I started as well.
Listen.
I started shooting because my buddy had a ramp in his backyard, and a guy across the street had this Canon T3i, and he was trying to shoot photos of us, and he couldn't figure it out because it's hard to shoot skateboarding. Like the action, you need to be like, especially lighting, understand how that is. So I was like, all right, let me screw around with this. And I started figuring it out. And I was like, I looked on YouTube and to a couple of skate photographers, just simple stuff. And I got some sweet photos. I'm like, wow, I could fucking do this.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It was out of nowhere.
That's so awesome. So I got it I want to say I bought it for like my 25th birthday. Because I distinctly remember I brought it to Atlantic City for my birthday, and it had to be like a milestone-ish birthday. I think it was 25.
Right.
It wasn't like 26. It was like 25. I bought this camera, brought it down. I've got like all these pictures of us, and like Alex got a suite for us, and we were drinking in the suite. We were eating, and we had dinner, and we went out. It was like great. It was just such like a wonderful, awesome night.
Right. Were you shooting the whole time?
Took so many pictures.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And then I stuck it in my closet, and I didn't pick it up for fucking
or
ever. Or
you put the thing in the hard drive. Like there's 1,000 photos. I'm not looking through this.
It was that too.
I've done that plenty of times. I guess it sucks. That's the worst part of photography.
It was that too, for sure. It was that too. So I didn't pick it up for years, and then I started getting big into YouTube, and I'm not doing YouTube, watching YouTube, and before I would go to bed every night, I would spend like 30, 40 minutes watching random YouTube videos, and I saw something on the Fuji X100V. F. I've got the V, so it was the preceding.
Right,
one.
that's got the digital viewfinder.
And and I was like, this is a sweet camera. I was like, I don't use the one that I've had for 10 years, so I sold it. I got not much for it because it was fucking 10 years old.
Yeah, they don't get resale.
And I got the Fuji, and I started doing street photography. And the first day, so I was working in the city, and the first day that I was doing street photography, after watching hours and hours of video online, I got this picture of this guy leaned up against the wall, kind of looked like Santa Claus. It's like the fucking coolest picture.
Yeah,
I think it's still my favorite.
Hanging up in Jackie's old.
It was. Yeah, I've got a print of it.
I have a crazy visual memory.
Yeah,
I remember
you do. Jesus.
Yeah, the guy with his hands crossed.
Yeah, that was my dad's hands.
The guy just a picture through somebody's a window, a storefront.
Yep. Got that too. You do have a good visual memory. Wow. Yeah. Man, you should go on Jeopardy or something.
Yeah, that's how I'm good at photos.
So that's how I picked up the bug. So I took that first picture that first day on the commute to work, and I was like, I caught the bug. And then I went really hard into Fuji. I bought the XT3. I bought a bunch of lenses.
Oh yeah, it gets expensive quick.
It got expensive quick, and then I was like, "This is not me." So I sold everything.
Really? Why? Well,
I'll tell you
boredom. Oh, okay.
I sold everything, and I bought a Leica.
And
Digital
or
film M6.
Oh, M6, man. I've had one of those.
Yeah.
I sold it a little while ago. So I was
Me too. I made so much money on it.
The lenses, man. Ooh,
yeah.
They're phenomenal. I love it.
Then I went full into film. And I will say film is for sure my passion. I shoot primarily portraiture with a Hasselblad 500 cm.
Do you really? Yeah.
I've got an EOS R for, like paid portrait work, family stuff, whatever it is that I'm doing. But film's like my passion. I mean, I got a box of film over there, like hundreds of rolls. But I sold my Leica.
Keep them in the fridge.
Yeah, right. So now I'm at this point in this crossroads of my photography where I'm like trying to figure out where I go next. Like, am I trying to shoot covers of magazines? Am I trying to just sell prints? Am I trying to do all these things? And it's back to my original point of the envy of it is like, I wish I was 10 years younger, like you, picking up the thing that I love the most in the world right now for the first time. But I also, there is a strong part of me that feels like it's never too late to do something.
Of course. No, never.
And to that token, you find something like the woodworking job that you are now doing and crushing.
Thank you.
So my question for you, whether it be photography, whether it be the wood side of things, what inspires you to make art? What inspires you to make furniture? What inspires you to do those things?
It's something inside me that I'm like, constantly trying to create and try to make. And it's almost like a legacy thing. Like, all right, what are you gonna be known for? Like, I've had some friends die in the last 10 years.
I'm sorry.
Tragic deaths. And it really puts perspective into things, and you really want to be like, what can you leave on this earth? Like, even it's just the point of I've had photos in magazines seen around the world. In Japan, they're looking at my photos. But just having that tangible thing, like, I will have that forever. And that's, it's something that a lot of people don't have that. They have this 9-to-5 job, and they live for the weekend. They get fucked up, and that's all they got to live for. And that's not fun to me. It's fun to me. But you got to create. You got to be like, what are you really going to leave on this earth? And I've always been into creative. I've always been into art. Even as a kid, I played football, I wrestled, played baseball, but it was also skating, surfing, snowboarding. I was always just wanted to do more. Drawing. I was in honors art. I was in the art show in high school. Yeah, I was doing really well there. In the wood shop, I had like there's a huge wood shop and art show, and James Caldwell. So I had stuff in both. So just how inspired, just constantly looking at people's stuff on Instagram, like any sort of inspiration I can get, and maybe trying to relate it to what I do. That's a good question. How do I stay inspired? Like I said, it's just a bug inside you that you have to create and do something. Because if I'm not, what am I fulfilling my time with?
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, I spent the vast majority of my 20s just doing what you said, going out, getting fucked up, trying to hook up with girls, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, this is the same song and dance.
Is that life? Is that
it's
the way
not.
you want to live now?
It's
There's
not
no fulfillment.
So I recently had a conversation with my brother, and the number one takeaway that I'm trying to gain from a lot of these conversations is: does your mental perspective come only with time? Is it possible that you can be a 25-year-old version of yourself with the feelings that we currently share now, whereas what is a life, right? Are these lessons that you can only learn over time, or you can impart this level of knowledge to someone at 20, at 22?
Well, it's a lot of it comes from experiences.
Yeah.
Experiences
That's what I think.
Experiences will happen in your life, and that will change you and hinder your mindset and your mental, thought process. So, I mean, you can't be like, oh, well, without them, you're not going to have these enlightened moments or even these, this mindset. So, either way, it's possible, but everyone's different.
Yeah. I think because for me, like, just personal growth in the last 5 years is off the charts.
Right.
Things that I couldn't think like or do.
Yeah, me too. Dude, that's all I'm about.
So could you have been that level of, like...
discipline.
Yeah.
There's days, like, people think, like, oh, would you do this every day? Waking up at 4, I go to the gym, I
God bless you.
5 o'clock to 6:30, and then I'm at work from 7 o'clock to 3:30, and then at my shop from 4:30 to 9 o'clock every day.
Wow.
It's a grueling, physically, mentally. I get home from my 9-to-5 job, I'm fucking exhausted, but like, I still got work to do. I got to do this. So maybe I'll listen to a podcast. Maybe I'll just, there's just constant motivation. Just, it's a discipline.
I like that.
It's hard. It's not easy. This isn't for everybody.
And
I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur too. even like the photography, I've always, it's all I watch. Like, say if I'm watching TV, I'm watching business stuff. Like, like The Profit or whatever, Shark Tank, that kind of stuff, or YouTube or podcasts like that. Always like more self-development and also business stuff. So it goes hand in hand. If you want to be an entrepreneur, like it's self-development in disguise, being a
100%.
businessman, and I've always
great.
wanted to do that as well. 'Cause like I said, I'm never fulfilled with a 9 to 5, and who knows how long I'll even have a 9 to 5.
Well, I mean, the wood business is going to be huge.
I probably could if I wanted to right now.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
There's more I need
It's a
to
big,
do.
yeah. I mean, there's all those considerations like health insurance.
Oh,
and
of course.
fucking a
Yeah,
million
I got
other
to get a
things.
shop. I got to do there's a whole,
Yeah.
there's thousands and thousands of worth of equipment, but that's in due time. We'll see.
From a creative standpoint, like you've done sick things, work with Vans, Thrashers, starting your own woodworking business. What gave you confidence to be able to like fucking pick up a camera and shoot for Thrasher Magazine?
Yeah, it's believing in yourself and just like sort of
like when you hadn't done it before.
You got to go to blind into it and like, fuck it, I just got to make this happen sort of thing and try to be as prepared as you can.
Just irrational
But
confidence.
you gotta, that's how it is in life, man. And anything, because you got to take a leap in anything like that, because there's a lot of people who don't, and then they're unhappy with their lives. So, and it's if you want to really do something great and do something that's going to really, make a mark in this world, you got to take a leap. And you ask any businessman, any entrepreneur, anyone who's billionaires, you got to take a leap. You got to take chances. You got to, like, there's a lot of times, like even in this woodworking, I'm taking on jobs I've never done before. I'm taking these thousands and thousands of dollars deposits. My customers.
And what gives you confidence to be like, yeah, I could fucking do this? You just figure it out?
Yeah. And then I have a lot of friends who can do some carpentry. I mean, very talented carpenters, but no one makes furniture. But still just gaining knowledge of what I know, going through, trying to get as much information I can and just making it happen.
Yeah,
figuring it out as I go.
I have immense amount of irrational confidence in myself. I wish there was something that I could figure
what else
out.
You can do, you
Yeah.
you can't depend on anyone else, dude.
100%. I mean, like my old trope is life short. Go for what you want.
Of course.
Do the things you want to do.
That's right.
And like that's a very cliche mindset, but it's very practical.
You have to have that mindset. I'm big on mindset stuff, and I have like, core discipline or principles of how I live of just discipline and perspective, gratitude, all.
And
these
have you
kind of
always
things.
had that, or did it come to you?
No, it's been coming the last couple of years, just because,
Like what flipped the switch?
I don't know if there was anything in particular. Just maybe I didn't like how my life was going. Maybe partying too much, getting in, there's no progression, and I'm a progressive person. There's always gotta be something like, that's how maybe I got tired of photography. I'm like, all right, what's next? Or, anything I really did, jobs, whatever it may be. Women, no. But I don't know. It's just because you have untapped potential, and like I could be doing better. That sort of drive, and if you're not like, it's a fulfillment. If you're not totally happy, because there's a lot of unhappy people in this world, and I know, and I can see it, and people are like, oh well, I could do this, I want to do this, all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, fuck that, I can't live like that. I can't, and it's only up to you to make something happen.
You're speaking my language. I couldn't agree with you more. I had a conversation recently with a buddy who was like, oh, dude, like, you're so inspiring to me. I started laughing hysterically.
It's crazy. People, like,
I started laughing hysterically.
Videos on Instagram. I love your film. I'm like, oh, people watch your shit.
I was like, I was laughing hysterically. I was like, listen, I was like,
my photography, everyone, it's getting compliments. People often, oh, you're Steven Sirvan. Like, oh, like skaters and shit like that. Like, yo, like, your photo is my favorite. I'm like, there's fucking huge, big time photographers. Yeah. I've been doing this for 20 years. My photo of just, whatever skateboarder. That's your favorite. I'm looking like, damn.
It's hysterical. I mean, listen, like,
it's great, but it's just like, that puts shit in perspective. Like, fuck, all right, well, at least I'm doing something that's
totally
making a difference.
And like the comments always like, oh, I can't believe you like just decided to do photography. I can't believe you started a podcast. I can't believe you're doing all these things. I'm like, why can't you believe that?
Dude, whatever you want to do.
That's it.
Just fucking do it.
Yeah. So I think that goes back to the original assessment that I was making was like, I think it's like a time thing. Mm-hmm. Like I've reached the point in my life and the time and the life lessons that have imparted on me that I want to do things.
Of course.
I want to take the leap.
Life's too short. I live that.
Yeah.
I'm a big thing on a regret. Like even fucking Gary Vaynerchuk. I'm a big guy in Gary Vaynerchuk. Been on him for years and years and years. And it's a lot of perspective and regret. Like, you don't want to be in a fucking nursing home at 90 years old, harping on something. Man, I wish I did this. I wish I did this. You do not want to live with regret. It'll eat you alive, because I've had it in my life. Even I'm only 33, and I'm like, fucking no more.
What's your biggest regret?
I don't know. It's a tough one. Just maybe career decisions. Not getting into more disciplined person earlier, living too.
But again,
freely,
that goes back.
Exactly. But it's like a regret now. It's not like I regretted it back then.
Sure, you were living your life then.
Yeah, it was, but a little too reckless. Living of a life that wasn't doing anything for me. Just wasted years almost, where I was getting nowhere with my life. So that's a big, like, the macro. That's a regret.
Sure.
It's not like one thing, like, if I should have married this girl, or
right.
That's it.
Yeah, that's interesting because, again, like the macro picture is easy for you to look at something like, or a time period like 25 to 30, where you're like, oh, I was just fucking off. Like,
of course, there's weeks. There's weeks and weeks go by. As you go older, months and months go by, and now I'm day by day. What can I do today? Every day, all my days are planned out. Every hour, all right, what am I doing after work? How am I going to do this? Bam, bam, bam. I've literally just every day is planned out day before.
That is an incredibly regimented.
I cannot waste days anymore.
There's a Ron Pope who's a singer songwriter lyric that goes, "The years move fast, but the days move slow," and it's like. I'm going to get it tattooed on me for sure because it's the level of perspective that I think I need on a daily basis. Like when you're sitting at the desk and like I know you work like with your hands on a daily basis, but like when I'm sitting at my computer staring at a fucking spreadsheet for like 35, 40 minutes, I'm like, this is never ending.
Like, fuck,
Yeah. So it's like those moments that like are meaningless and pointless that like are droning you down that you realize like a week from now, oh man, like, oh, my mom called me and we had a quick 5-minute chat, but then like 20 years from now my mom's not going to be here and I'll be thinking about that. Right. So the years move fast but the days move slow, and it's important to have the perspective of there's no guarantees.
No, not at all. Exactly. Yes, 100%. I could die tomorrow. I could driving out of here. That sort of scares me as well. How did you live your life? How are people going to remember you? How are you going to fucking?
How do you think people are going to remember you?
Because you got one life. There's so many people, and you have an opportunity. Each person in this world has an opportunity to leave a mark on this world.
And what do you think your mark's going to be?
I don't know yet. It's not even close. I want to really get into philanthropy. Getting a lot of giving back. That hasn't even started yet. I just started doing because with my woodworking, like I do a lot of big projects, and I've been doing charcuterie boards in between, like serving meat and cheese boards. It started with these offcuts I had just laying in my garage of
extra wood.
Yeah, and they were beautiful pieces of black walnuts. I'm like, all right, I can do something with this. So I was milling them down, and selling them, and now I'm like, all right, well, how about this? Because I know there's a neighbor across the street from my parents who donates her time. She doesn't need it. She's got plenty of money. Her husband's a German scientist. Wow. And she donates most of her days at this homeless shelter in Morristown. Oh. So I'm like, shit. I'm like, all right, well, this is, it's a serving board. I'm like, let me try to correlate this. And how can I, like, for some reason I thought about doing this for a while, but I couldn't understand what can I do? How can I correlate what I do into helping others? I'm like, all right, well, this is serving boards. I'm going to help serve food to people. So, you have this charcuterie board that you'll serve your family with. And so 20% of these profits for each board is now going to feeding the homeless or, anyone, a food kitchen, homeless shelter.
Dude, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, right now I'm working with the one in Morristown.
You haven't advertised this at all.
I did. Yes, I did. It's on Instagram.
I missed it.
There's a video. This is a great video.
Fucking Instagram,
I was in
man.
Miami. That's funny. I was on a flight in Miami and I finally figured it out. And so as soon as I got into the hotel, beautiful hotel in South Beach, the One Hotel, shout out to them. Oof, beautiful spot. I was in the lobby waiting for my room because I got there like 2:30. So it was like 4 o'clock. Had a couple drinks. I'm like, fuck it, I'm filming a video. Because earlier I teased it. Like, I got an announcement to make. So a lot of people hit me up on my DMs like, oh, are you moving to Florida? Are you doing that? Like, thinking, I'm like, no,
no.
I'm not moving. No, I'll never move down there.
Yeah.
A lot of unfinished business up here. Yeah. I'm like, like it's nothing crazy. I'm like, I'm just decided to start incorporating doing some, giving back in my woodworking.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
and fuck
homeless solutions in Morristown. So I might each run, maybe it's like 6 to 8 boards in between big projects. I call them runs or whatever. So I might choose a different place to donate to, or maybe just do it twice because it's going to be a whole lot of money. Each board's like $150, so 20% of that. So it'd be like a $200 check.
That's
so maybe
awesome.
I'll do it twice. Each run up to the same spot. So we'll see.
Damn, man, fuck Instagram for not showing me like the important shit. Like, you didn't hit the algorithm that day for them to show you on my feed.
It's like, no, I got a lot of views on it.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I totally missed that. We're gonna link that in the show notes and
I
the
just
Instagram
got
post for
the
sure.
first one sort of out today or a couple days ago, like out of this run. And the rest will be delivered this weekend. Hopefully
that's fucking awesome.
Deliver the
man.
check next week.
Wow, dude, I'm very proud of you for that. That's fucking awesome.
I appreciate that. It's always, this has just begun. I want to really turn this into something.
That's incredible, dude. I mean, that's like the level of mental perspective and like intelligent, thought-provoking decision making that like I'm proud to call you a friend.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's fucking awesome. My next question was going to be, what are you most proud of? But that seems to be a pretty much slam dunk for the fact that it's got to be that.
Yeah, that, just in general, just whatever I put my mind to, like I'm going to crush. That's what I do. I've been successful in everything I've wanted to. Like just picking up photography out of nowhere. I've always...
How do you deal with failure?
It's a good question. You got to learn from it. I could be pretty harsh on myself, like anyone, especially in the creative aspect, because there's photos like I'll look at, that'll be in magazines. I'm like, I fucking hate this photo. Like you get old, like I'll look at a piece, it's beautiful. Oh, it's just great. I'm like,
yeah. I wish I would have done that.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, you're always never satisfied, but failure, you got to deal with it. You got to learn from it. Failure's your biggest. Because it can be great for you, especially in. If you have your own business and stuff like that, you're going to fail a lot.
Sure.
And you got to get used to it. You got to have thick skin or you're not going to make it. This isn't for everyone because making this months and months ago, making tables, like I said, doing shit for people and like learning how wood is. Like there's one table I made. It's probably one of the best tables. People love it. I constantly get like, oh, can you make me this? And people have no clue about the price. They think it's like a half of what it actually costs. It's expensive stuff. So like, but just the making of it, like how I made this happen. I'd never worked with this type of wood before, and I was sleepless nights. I'm like, I fucked this up. These persons trusted me in there, so it really worried me, But yeah, I've calmed down a little bit.
So the way you deal with failure is by doubling down into your hard work.
I guess so. Just
because, like, for context purposes, in the middle of the pandemic, I took a job. 6 months later, I get laid off.
Oh yeah,
ultimate fail.
Well, that's not your fault. It's not a failure.
No, it was my fault.
A personal failure.
No, it was a personal failure.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah,
I
for
thought
sure.
It was because of the pandemic.
Well, I mean, it was like a multitude of things, right?
Okay.
I wasn't right for the role.
Right.
I didn't do a great job. COVID, pandemic. There's like a litany of factors that fall into that. And it was like my biggest, most public fail. Like I had stopped doing my own company that I had started, that I was growing to go take this job. And it was public and it was out there. It was like LinkedIn. I've got thousands of people.
Like,
Facebook.
I thought you just got this job. And then you're like, ended, because you put it on Facebook or whatever.
Yeah. And then everyone knows, congratulations. Like, that's awesome. And then what I found was...
There's a lot of what happens, a lot of explaining to do, and that gets uncomfortable, of course.
Sure. And what I found was that through that failure, it has led through the greatest period of growth of my life. Really? Because I lost my job on a Friday. I packed my car with a cooler, clothes, Gatorade, water, and I drove across the country for like a month.
Oh, man.
And that, I'm going to call it like a photography journey because I basically took my two cameras. Really? I shot like...
I wish I was...
100...
cross country, the Midwest, that's where it's at. That's photo.
I shot like 100-something rolls, and I came back after like 27, 28 days, exhausted, tired, scraggly as fuck, and I was like, I want to be a photographer. Yeah. I was like, I'm going to be a photographer because...
I've always wanted to do that.
It's funny because I've had these conversations with like very famous photographers. I've spoken with...
in my journeys, like the people, the photographers I grew up like literally in magazines, they're like, I'm like shaking their hands. Like, that's how I like got into Thrasher. The guy Mike Burnett, who's the photo editor there, he's shot how many magazine covers and stuff like that. I got his number in my phone. Like it's crazy in these situations you get into. You're like, wow, like I know this person.
Yeah.
Now.
So no, it's all right. I had this woman Taylor on my podcast, and she shot covers for a Sports Illustrated magazine.
Yeah, I know her.
Had James.
She's phenomenal.
Yeah, she's incredible. She's fucking awesome. As a human being, she is like my favorite human on earth. She's awesome. My buddy James Wolfe, who's like very, very visual art maker, like his photography is so evocative of spirit and earth and like just so many things that I can only like hope to be able to really elicit
capture,
in an image.
Oh man.
And what I realized when I'm like looking at other people's art that like really speaks to me
an inspiration itself.
As an inspiration for sure.
How can I get that? Yeah.
And then when you do the thing, right? So like when I release the shutter button on my Hasselblad or whenever I'm taking a picture, it's the feeling that I get from doing those things that like makes me like double down on this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Right. Yeah.
And similarly, that's why I started the podcast, because these conversations are like soul food for me.
Yeah.
Like learning where you came from, how you got to where you are, where you want to go, like what your trials and tribulations are like, and everything in between is just like food for my soul. I like being able to connect with a person, understand their journey.
Yeah, I'm the one who talks to the person at a party in the corner that's sitting there. Yo, who are you? Where are you from? What are you about? And I'm just like, tell me about yourself. Let me, let's fucking vibe here.
I'm with you completely.
I like knowing people because that's interesting stuff.
Because at the end of the
people
day,
to me are interesting.
Yeah, me too, man. And that's probably why I'm into street photography, because it's the people watching aspect of life.
I love street photography as well. It's fun for me.
Well, we got to go out and shoot.
Yeah. I spoke about that to you.
Yeah, for sure. So, my point ultimately being that like it took time to get to the place where I'm at now, and like the comfortability that I feel in my own skin is tremendous, and like a great feeling.
Yeah, definitely. Even after shooting something, or like once you upload it, there's times where I'll put something into the computer, you blow it up to the big screen, especially like digital, and like, wow, fuck, like it's better than I thought it was. And you haven't even touched it in post, but just like when you're looking at a final image, or even going to Unique, and I just get shit blown up for photo shows and stuff like that, and looking at stuff blown up, like, man,
you got to print your artwork.
And people are like, hell yeah. And then people are like, yeah, man, even the people, they're like, man, this is sick. Like that, I'm like, yeah, this is fucking sick.
You know what's funny? So a lot of what
it's holding your own, you're like, man, I created this. It's just I don't know.
A lot of this goes into like the Instagram world that we live in, and like like I said, fear of failure and perception of failure.
Yeah, I was hating on Instagram. I've had it from the beginning. I had an iPhone for a long time, and it was just a filter. It wasn't a social media. It was just a filter thing. I remember just shooting photos in New York with my friend, like not photos, just with my iPhone, and putting them, like just saving it through Instagram. It was just a filter.
It used
app.
to be that,
right,
but now it's like a way that people
I said, I was hating on people because I'm like, all these photographers that came from Instagram, just shooting for Instagram. I'm like, what if Instagram goes away? Like, you don't have 130,000 followers anymore.
Yeah, now you need TikTok.
But like, I just in any social media, like, what do you have tangible? What do you get into magazines? That's why I'm still big into print and stuff like that. I'm like,
100%.
You need work. You need something to hold.
That picture there, the guy at the vessel, it's one of my favorite photos that I've taken. Ektachrome 100, shout out.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
You blew that out nice.
There is something to be said about printing your work, because once you get it tangibly in hand, it's a difference maker. But my point was going that we live in a society where like everyone's trying to show off online and boast about like what they're doing, and no one has the real conversations about like, dude, are you happy? Like you having a good day today? Like,
I am.
How are you feeling? Like a lot of things that like we show on our day-to-day highlight reel are not.
People have no clue. It's because obviously it's
there's a lot of hard work.
Everyone's showing they're showing the prize. They're not showing the process. I'm a big guy in the process, because if you don't love the process, you're gonna be out of any of this type of shit, because it's hard work. It's a lot of time. You can have all these great photos, but you're sitting behind a computer for, like, say if you're shooting for 4 hours, you're behind a computer for 8.
Or more.
Especially that's why I never really got into wedding photography, because there's a lot of money to be made.
Oh,
I'm like,
God.
I can't. I'm like, I don't have any enjoyment in that.
Yeah.
I need to shoot what I love.
100%.
But it's the process, the woodworking, hard as fuck, dude. The shit I have to do, my weekends, it's just
nuances.
All my time, I'm sitting at work on phone calls with people from wood mills, just calling, looking for lumber. It's talk about a lot of work to make this happen. But any sort of venture like this, you have to put in the work, because this is what makes it all. It's if it was this easy, everyone would do it.
Well, I was going to say
a lot of people don't do it because it's so hard.
Oh, for sure. I mean, the barrier to entry in what you're doing is incredibly high. There's a level of skill. It's not like I could say tomorrow, hey, I want to make a fucking table,
right?
Because I don't know where to get wood. I don't know what the fuck to do. Right? It's like the barrier.
Tools. There's a whole lot.
The skill and level to entry is high. But you're also in an industry in a field that is competitive. Because you've got the IKEAs of the world who produce.
Oh, hey, Wayfair, IKEA, all that shit. People, it's like, I have customers sending me, or potential customers that will send me like a table from Wayfair.
$140.
No, I mean like a dining table that's like $1,500. They're like, oh, can you do this black walnut dining table 7 feet long? I'm like, it's probably from China. It's not hardwood. I'm like, the wood alone I would use is $1,400 unfinished raw. I'm like, you gotta add
A 7-foot slab is $1,500.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. All right, it could be 2 slabs. These tables go for $5,000 to $10,000.
Right,
So,
but these are like custom artisanal.
Yeah, and this is custom hardwood. Like the wood alone is very expensive.
Right.
You know.
So you've got this passion that is like unmatched, right? I mean, there are people who do what you do. They're like TikTok famous and Instagram famous.
Big people with these big shops with a bunch of employees that do what I do. You know,
and is that like where the next progression is for you? Like
to keep it small though.
Okay.
I'm gonna if I have to get it bigger, I'm gonna have to maybe get employees. I'm gonna have people doing full time. Like it's only me. It's very hard.
Yeah,
you know,
because you're limited by your bandwidth.
Yeah, exactly. It's like only one person. Physically, it's not easy. You know, especially working all day. You know, I have to keep in shape to be on my feet from in the morning till
7 to 7.
Yeah. There's days I'll leave my feet until I go to bed. You know, no sitting down, none of that.
What does it feel like when you wake up the next morning? Are you like...
I could be dog tired, but you have to keep going because, like, the motivation of, like, all right, I got a lot to do today, and that's sort of what you have to, you know.
I'm going to give you the cheesiest thing that I do that has made a market
Cold
improvement.
showers.
Oh, fuck no.
Yeah. No,
Fuck no.
It starts hot. It's like, I've gotten to a little while ago, and I started doing it again. You start hot, do what you have to do, clean yourself, last 5 minutes, cold, not freezing, but cold. You're going to come out
story.
You're going to come out like a maniac.
I didn't start taking hot showers until...
What do you mean?
I'm dead ass serious.
Bathes? What'd you do?
I used to take cold showers till my senior year,
Sick.
senior or junior year in high school.
Seinfeld?
Yeah.
You have the Kramers? Oh, I take showers. Cold showers, that's for psychotics.
I'll tell you exactly what happened. I have a vivid memory of this because we were showering after football practice. It was either junior or senior year. I can't remember.
You get shower in your locker room? What's that?
Yeah.
Freaks.
We didn't shower after football?
Maybe that's why you guys are so good. Nah, we'd go home and shower. We didn't shower together.
Oh, Caldwell probably doesn't have showers. Right?
We do. We
okay.
know we use them.
Oh, that's weird. So, like, we were showering after practice,
right.
And I took someone's shower afterwards, and it was, like, too hot. And I put it ice cold, and someone next to me was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? This is ice cold.
Ice cold.
Cold.
Oh, forever.
Always.
Why?
I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't take hot showers.
What do you mean you don't know?
And like,
you didn't know?
I think maybe I was like,
that's wild.
I had to be a sophomore and junior because I definitely wasn't a senior. I would have told the person to fuck off. I definitely was young enough where I was like, oh, okay, I'll turn it up.
Do it hot, weirdo. You know?
Yeah, and that's when I started digging hot showers. The other day, my heat went out in my brand new apartment, and I fucking jumped out of the shower. It was ice cold. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
But what I do,
it's not easy to just do it.
What I do when I wake up in the morning is the first thing I do before I check my phone, and I've got a physical alarm clock, so I don't grab my phone immediately.
That's good to do, yeah. Or in the other room, I've heard.
Is I smile. I fake a smile, and I read something online that said if you something with your brain and your endorphins, something that you do if you wake up in the morning and you force yourself to smile, fake a laugh.
I like that.
Even if it's fake.
I do a couple minutes of gratitude, thinking about what I'm grateful for.
Oh,
I meditate too. I've been big into meditation since I was probably early 20s. After, like, a lot of this shit sort of happened after a friend passed away. A good friend of mine passed away. He was struck by a car.
Oh, Jesus.
I was there to witness it. It was
man.
Pretty big on me. Fucked me up mentally for a while.
Was it like night, day?
It was night. Yeah, we were out partying all night, and he was struck on Route 3. It was on the news and stuff like that. He was running across Route 3, and he was hit by a car.
Why was he?
And the car just...
You guys are just fucked up?
Yeah, he was just trying to run across the street to a gas station, but there's a median, and there's a fence above the median. He didn't see the fence, I guess, and he stopped. Car hit him, probably doing like 70. The guy just kept going. The guy's still living with this on his conscious.
Wow.
But that's why me and a friend of mine waiting to try to pull him out. Another car hit him, and then it was over.
Oh, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, so...
when was this?
2010.
That could fuck a person up, man.
Yeah.
How do you move on past something like that?
It's... A lot of it's you have to help yourself, because there's times, some dark times. You get depressed, obviously. You have a lot of guilt. You have a lot of, obviously issues. But you have to figure out ways to help yourself. Reading, a lot of self-help stuff, meditation, just perspective. It freaked me out to a point where I was like I said, like, what am I doing with my life? Like, almost like questioning everything. Am I at the right job? Like, life's just fucking short. Like, it can end tomorrow. Like, almost that kind of stuff too.
Yeah, of course.
So it sort of kicks you in the ass. Like, hey, like, what are you going to be remembered for? Because everyone loved him. Like, you'd walk into a room and, or he'd walk into a room and light the place up. Like, what are you going to be remembered for? Like a legacy. And that's sort of where I get this stuff from, just because of a tragedy. Obviously, you have to find some sort of light in a situation.
I mean, that's a level of trauma that not many people can relate to.
Yeah, it's obviously, there's just a sort of PTSD from it.
Oh, of course.
I mean, I've talked to people, therapy and whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean,
I swear by therapy.
Just talking helps. It's not like, people think it's some wacky shit. No. It's what we're doing right now.
100%. This is therapy. 100%. This is therapy for me as much as it is for
me. I could do this all day,
100%.
I like talking, I like helping people. I'm always trying to help people and, push knowledge on people. And, like, I'm all about positivity. I got this shit tattooed on me. PMA, Positive Mental Attitude.
I like that.
It's from a band.
You got good work. Where do you get your tattoos done?
A couple different people.
I'm the only guy I know who both my tattoo artists is, you can't see it. Most of my shit's covered.
Right.
They both moved out of state.
Oh, man. Bummer. Yeah.
Two for two.
One's from Caldwell, Kat Ackerman. She lives in Pennsylvania now and works out of Black Magic or Black something in Brooklyn.
Okay.
She's out of Brooklyn. She did a lot of great work. And these two are from Eric Schwein. He's out of Jinx Proof, right in Montclair.
All right, nice.
My buddy, he's on Piff Doom. He's awesome. He does a lot of great American traditional. That's for him. My buddy Joe Wachowski.
Do you think so this is off topic, but back to what we were talking about. Do you think there's a way to make like cognitive positive impacts on your life without it coming from a tragic place? If you're like blessed with like millionaire parents
and that's it's hard for that because a lot of people, like
if I didn't lose my job last year, I wouldn't have picked my camera up.
Of course, right? Yeah. I mean, things are gonna happen to you, and if you're gonna recognize how this can change you, there's a lot of people that I sort of feel bad for because they were put into great situations their whole lives, and maybe they'll have millions of dollars and be very unhappy. Oh, excuse me. And maybe, a lot of people get depressed because of that. They don't understand, it's perspective and having something real happen to you. I mean, you don't have to have that happen to you, but
the things like what I'm interested in learning,
just understanding what happens and what are you going to do with it. It's like, and then what? It's like, all right, well, my father's got cancer. I lost my job. I went bankrupt. All right, yeah, that's awful. Everyone's got issues. What are you gonna do now? Like, and then what? What now? Almost, and
now what?
Yeah, of course, because life goes on. You got to keep fucking going.
I like that.
And that's what happened to this. Like, I can't dwell on my friend dying. Like, obviously, I think about him every day still. But how am I gonna make him proud? How am I, as a human being, what can I do? It's almost like that whole legacy thing. It's almost about, leaving something on this earth that, from photography to just making tables, like whatever. It's nothing crazy, but and then I trust you. I'm constantly thinking about like, what else can I do? What else can I do? And that's, I want to start getting into philanthropy, more helping people of need. It's only just begun, man. I'm trying to snowball and really, all right, what can I do now? I want to own a lot of businesses and get more into entrepreneurship, own a couple more businesses. I gotta
be honest. I don't know that you have the mental perspective that many people our age share.
Yeah,
I think it's an uncommon.
People get too complacent. They get too comfortable with this 9 to 5.
Complacency kills.
And it kills. It's not a fulfilling life because there's gonna be when they're 50 years old. That's why they'll get divorced, cheat on their wives, get this fucking shit. Like, oh fuck, like what did I do? What am I doing with my life? What did I do with my life? Maybe it's regret. Life's too short, man. Mm-hmm. No, it's you have to take it by the balls and constantly be like, all right, well, what am I doing? How can I improve? What's next? Is this really making me happy? Am I fulfilled as a human being? You have to go to bed being satisfied what you're doing every day.
What's the best piece of advice someone's ever given you?
There's a lot, man.
And I mean someone like in your life, not like a Gary Vee kind of person.
No. That's a good question. Don't half-ass it. In life, doesn't matter what it is. From my uncle. He's like, you gotta, whatever you're going to go into, it doesn't matter if you're cleaning up shit off the ground. Like, you can't, doesn't matter what the job is, doesn't matter what you're doing. You better put all into it, because that's integrity. Doing it, like, doing what's right or doing the right thing when no one else is looking, because that's something that's a character thing, and that's how if you live your life that way, and people will see that, or even because you didn't fucking fuck up, or not fuck up, slack,
mm-hmm.
or, because if you do that, and you'll have that perspective into everything you do.
Totally.
Say if you mess up on the small things, and they'll snowball into the big things, and then but if you the way you clean your apartment, the same way you clean or do something else, you do photography or this and that.
Yeah, like, if you're going to do something, if you're going to do something, it's worth doing it the right way.
You can't, all of it, all in. There's no half stepping.
I like that. I mean, dude, like, obviously we've been friends for a short while. Mm-hmm. I think we met last year, right?
Yeah.
Right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I gotta be honest, I'm wildly impressed with like your mental attitude, and especially in the face of like what could be like a traumatically life-defining event, like to take something that's like.
I mean, I've had a couple other friends die from overdoses and shit like that. It's just, it's always like my whole. I'm gonna get a tattoo on me. I've always said like one day it'll all make sense. I'm gonna have a photo show one day, and that's what it's gonna be called. One day it'll all make sense, because there's shit just happen like in life. You're like, all right, everything was going great, then something happens, and you're like, what the fuck? Where'd this come from? You know, even relationships. This has happened to me, where I'm like, what the fuck? Like out of nowhere. You know, it could be anything. You know, it's just it's. Life's gonna fucking hit you in the nuts out of nowhere, and you better be ready for it, or you have to gain something from it, you know. And it's life's funny. It's so crazy, but I love it.
Now what?
Yeah, but I appreciate that, man. I really do.
Yeah,
I mean, you're a very like-minded person. That's why we sort of gelled.
Yeah,
you know.
Man, fuck. I'm genuinely blown away. Like to be like, I've gone through some shit. Everyone goes through some shit. I can't say that, like, and I know 10 years is a far removal, but like from witnessing something that's
still
tragic.
Today.
Yeah. I'm like wildly impressed with like you.
Made me a very emotional person too. I was very stoic. I didn't like. It took me a lot to cry.
I'm with there.
A lot to stuff like that. But
dude, I'm
talking about to get deep on you now. I mean,
please do.
Watching parents bury their child, that was heavy. That fucking hurt. Like, and then I had my uncle who died of a brain aneurysm. He was retired for 3 months. A great fucking financial job out of New York City. He worked for a chemical bank. He worked for all these banks right by, great house in Connecticut. 3 months into his retirement, shovels the fucking driveway, brain aneurysm, dead in his fucking driveway. And watching my two cousins, one was in high school, one was a freshman year in college, bury their fathers, and the pain going through theirs, like eyes, feeling their pain, burying their father, like seeing the casket, and then that hits me. And then, dude, I cry in commercials now.
So do I.
I'm watching.
It's so bad.
I get so hyped for people like Shark Tank. Like you hear these stories and like they get their deal. I'm like, fuck yeah. Like,
dude, do you know what gets me?
I start. I'm like, yes. Like I feel for people. I want people to just do well.
Me too, man.
I get so hyped on fucking success of people,
that wasn't me 10 years ago.
Yeah, I
didn't give a flying fuck about anyone.
Like I didn't care. It took me a lot. I was emotional. I was like a fucking wall.
I was that way
even
too.
My parents like, hey, he barely cries. Like anything that happened, a funeral, stuff like that. Out of my parents, I'm usually like the quiet one.
You know what gets me? Like really, quiet for a while. Really in my feels. This is gonna be fucking hysterical. Golden buzzers. America's Got Talent.
Oh yeah,
I will watch Golden.
I can't watch that. I don't have time to.
I watch it on YouTube.
I gotta watch
I watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
The highlights when these guys.
Oh yeah.
When this girl who's like 13 and she's bullied because she like has a cleft lip or something, and then she sings fucking Beyonce. I'm crying.
Dude, I get hyped.
I'm sitting there crying. It's hysterical.
I'm with you on that.
But I didn't, and like that, it ultimately ties into the thing that like I've been.
Dude, Undercover Boss. Whoo! At the end, I'm like, dude, I'm like, we're gonna get $200,000. We're gonna get fucking like,
yeah. I'm a wreck.
Like, and that's because that hypes you up. That's inspiring. Like, yeah, see, fucking hard work. People are fucking real. If you fucking put in the time,
100%.
Just do your fucking. Not to impress anyone. You do it just to be a good person and to just constantly bust your ass,
dude.
Do the right thing. It'll get fucking shit'll happen for you.
You're speaking my language, man. Because, and again, these are like emotional growths and like personal growths that I've only seen
I wish
recently.
Everyone had that. You can't. It's not. People don't. And it's sad because I've had friends like that. Not like barely hang out with anymore. That I've had for a long time. Like, can we really hang out? This and that. Like, I can't hang out with you.
It's growth.
We're on different, levels, man. Like, you're sitting, like, all they do is complain, you bitch, and they complain about shit that they're putting themselves into. Like, it's a relationship problem where I'm the very, very honest with them. Like, yeah, well, why the fuck did you do that to her? Why are you fucking doing this to her? Why, like, she's mad at me now. Yeah, well, why the fuck is she mad at you? I'm like, yeah, it's all you.
Because you're in it, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm like, I don't have fucking time for that.
You reap what you sow.
Exactly. I'm like, dude, you did this to yourself. Don't fucking complain to me about that.
I think I've been fortunate in that, like, I've had the same group of guy friends for like my entire life.
Yeah, I've had a lot. I got a lot of friends.
Yeah,
and like different groups, from skaters to kids I grew up with in town. Like, I have a huge fucking group of friends. I have a lot of friends that are huge musicians. So it's just. It's like whatever day I want to be, not what I want to be. It's just, if I'm going to see a show, if I'm going to do this, depends on what interest I'm in doing today.
One of the reoccurring things that I bring up a lot is like how regimented our lives are at a young age. So it's like sixth grade graduation, senior year. Everything's
it's sort of that whole fucking system of
right.
Small town. This is how you're supposed to do things. This is what you're supposed to do after college. When you're supposed to be married by.
100%.
That's crazy. And trust me, I can get heavy into that.
I've often like flexed against that. Like, so I'm like out of that mode big time. But now at 35 and like staring at 5 years from now, like where's 40?
Right.
Do you project future you at all?
Yeah. You have to. You have to have goals. You have to have some sort of visualization of where you want to be, or of course you'll go nowhere and shit won't happen for you. But also, like I said, getting back to that, like, living in a small town, obviously, out of my core group of friends that I grew up with in high school, most of them are married, probably have kids. But I've always been the one who's like, all right, they want to do this shit. Like, they all, maybe followers. And I'm like, I'm fucking doing this. That's all right. Like, I sort of broke away from them, like, in the mid-20s. That's why I got back into, like, skateboarding, getting into skateboarding, hanging out with a lot of skaters, building fucking skate parks and stuff, out of nothing, just from donations. We're building skate parks in Newark. That's a whole
awesome.
other thing. Yeah, I can get into that also, but so it's just, like my mother's like, oh, when are you gonna get married? Yeah, almost 30 years old, then 33, and I'm like, listen, I don't care who's doing this, because it's like I've seen it where like I've had friends who like are following so and so, Joe just got married, and then like you could tell they're getting heat on themselves. The very next person they fucking meet, they're engaged in 6 months or 2 years. I'm like, it's not. Like,
I'm okay with
getting
that.
a new handbag.
I'm okay with
it's
that.
It's not. Oh, so and so got the new Louis V. I need to get it too. This is life. Just because so and so had a fucking child, you don't need to have a child.
I don't. Yeah, well, I agree with that.
Yeah, but stuff like that, everyone at their own pace. It's
for
fucking
sure.
2021.
I will likely meet someone and marry them right away, but
too.
that's because like when I meet my person,
right? Of course.
But I meant it more so like life wise. Like I've tried to get to a position where I'm no longer being like, where am I going to be in 5 years? Because wherever it's going to be, it's like wherever what I'm doing now is going to take me.
Right.
And I think it's like, Jesus, take the wheel. Like, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But like literally, I've gotten to the point where like I'm so happy in the skin that I'm in the
you
place.
Can't think too much and trying to plan too much.
Yeah.
No, it's because shit won't fucking. You'll get lost in your own head.
100%.
You'll be like, oh, this isn't how it's supposed to go, or this is how it's supposed to be planned, or don't plan too much.
100%.
There's a certain, and that's a lot of it's confidence, because a lot of people can't go into situations. Like I pride myself on being it. My father's not this way. He gets very nervous and anxious about like things the fearing the unknown. Maybe he's going on vacation. Maybe he's doing shit like that. And like it doesn't matter what the situation is. I'm like, fuck it. If whatever happens to me, I'm gonna fucking
100%
roll with it and then operate as I had. But
the best
that's
line
what I have to have life with too.
The best line I've heard in a while is, you can't worry about the wreckage of the future. Like the shit that's going to happen to me in a month from now, a year from now, 6 months from now, whatever it might be.
Yes.
How am I going to spend today worrying about it?
Of course. I mean,
you piss the day away.
You can control it.
Yeah.
Obviously, the decisions you make, are the outcomes of your life.
100%.
Also, you can't bug out about it because you'll be sitting in your apartment doing nothing.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people do that. People get too scared and they're like, oh, well, I don't want to do anything. Or like everything bugs them out.
Yeah. Wow, man. So I like to spend the last bit of every podcast just doing like some rapid fire questions.
Sure.
Like some of them are easy, some of them are heavy. We'll start off with an easy one. What's your favorite movie?
I don't have one, man. I love movies.
Top 3, 5. Just a couple that stick out.
I couldn't. I love Saving Private Ryan. That's
Good
always
one.
a classic, obviously. Big Godfather fan.
Oh, yeah.
Classic,
Part
simple
2, right?
shit. Yeah, I've always liked 1 first.
Really?
Yeah, Part 2 is good, but just the simplicity of 1. How it's filmed. I'm like big into like quality of film and just shit like that. Let's see. There's a lot, man.
I mean, that's good.
Film I haven't seen recently. The Green Book. You seen the Green Book? Phenomenal. I loved that movie. I'm not huge. I don't have time to watch movies.
I gotta be honest. I love that movie. Did it also feel?
I won an Academy Award.
I mean, yeah, Best Picture. Did it also? So like, I want to take like 2 things away. The movie's incredible. I loved it. I've seen it at least 4.
I'm big into writing and like how it was written. Like, well, people are like, oh, it's lame or whatever. I'm like, dude, that's fucking phenomenal.
The backstory of it is incredible. Like,
I didn't know that was real.
Yeah.
I had no clue. But it's funny how like recently, just small side note, like a friend of mine, like father knows the fucking guy who's like in it.
The driver.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, it's my father's friend. I'm like, what? Like,
I think he's from Jersey.
They're from
Brooklyn,
Queens. I think.
Okay.
But it's weird how shit works.
Yeah.
Who knows who.
I love the movie. I've seen it 3 or 4 times. It just felt like, I don't know. It felt like the right movie at the right time kind of thing.
Yeah.
Is it the best movie I've ever seen? No. I love it. It's a great. Oh, it's on. I'm gonna watch it.
Right.
Movie.
And my father told me about it. He's like, "Oh, watch it."
So good.
I'm like, all right. I'll
Our parents lived it though.
Yeah.
They lived that.
That time, big time.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I might do the shit my dad would tell me about. Because he grew up. He was an immigrant. born in Turkey, and he
no shit.
Yeah. So he moved to the Newark, North Newark in the '60s. You know,
Race riots,
it's funny.
Newark
Yeah,
race
like he was
riot,
living with all Italians down there. Literally, like the Many Saints in Newark. This whole new movie. That's his neighborhood.
Nice.
Like Enzo Rosillo, the owner of Rosillo's in Caldwell, lived across the street from him. They're the same age. I worked at Rosillo's at 19. He's like, I know your father. I'm like, what? He's like,
fuck?
he goes, your grandfather. He's Turkish, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, your father's Turkish. Have your grandfather come in. He's like, yeah, we lived across. My dad was like, yeah, we lived across from Enzo
God.
and his thing back in '64 on Summer Road or Summer Avenue in Newark. It's wild. And my father would tell me, he's like, yeah, tanks would be rolling down the street, all this type of shit. Then he moved to Caldwell in the early '70s. Like it was like, you know, the whole fucking.
I mean, that's how we all ended up out here. My dad ended up in Maplewood. My mom ended up in South Orange. I mean, that's how like pretty much it all happened.
That's our area, especially where we grew up. Like half my graduating class was from Bloomfield, Belleville, New York, and Caldwell.
That's so funny.
It's called the Guinea Gulch, as
The
Tony
Guinea
Soprano
Gulch.
says at Bloomfield Avenue. 280 and Bloomfield Avenue, unparalleled.
I know.
Essex County, baby.
What's your favorite book?
Man. I mean, I don't have a favorite. Just what I've been reading recently. I like self-help.
Jab, left hook.
What?
Gary Vee, yeah.
I've read that. I've read all of his shit. Recently, one from David Goggins. He's a Navy SEAL. He's
I read it.
I forget what it was called. Whatever. It's good.
My buddy Rex can kill me.
It was really good. It was really good about his life and stuff like that. The PMA Effect from John Joseph. He's the lead singer of the band The Cro-Mags. It's another not self-help. It's just just shit like that. Matthew McConaughey's new book. I listened to that. I do a lot of like Audible.
Audiobooks,
All the time. I listened to that on the way back from Miami. Green Lights, awesome. Very, very, very.
I've heard it's very good.
It's very
and
good.
he narrates it, right?
Yeah, it's great hearing his voice too. You wouldn't want to learn it like hearing that because that was his first movie, and I was like learning about that whole movie. Like it's funny. It's really good stuff. But it's very like inspiring. Perspective, you learn a lot about him, and you're getting a lot of respect for that guy, what he's been through, and like, man, this guy's really got his fucking shit together.
I've got it here somewhere. I haven't read it yet.
Yeah,
I have got. I'm the king
tough.
of. I buy like 10.
I love to read books, but once I start, I'm so tired at night. I'll get 3 pages, I'll be exhausted, and my eyes will be. I will never finish them.
Dude, 95% of my reading is done poop time.
Yeah, I'm in my car, in the headphones when I'm running, at work when I'm doing like woodworking. It's all podcasts and reading. You know.
Nice. What's your favorite food?
I love steak. I love pizza, buffalo wings. I love garbage.
How about buffalo chicken pizza?
Yeah,
from Angelina's.
Oh, it's the best.
It's the personal, fucking best.
I gotta get the personal.
Yeah. Not full size.
You gotta crush it. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Do you believe in an afterlife?
It's hard. I don't know. I've always thought about it, but I'm like a science guy. Like it doesn't make sense to me. We're animals, you know.
I think it does make sense to me. I'll give you a good book to read.
We very well could be just
accidents,
meat and bones in a ground.
Just meat sacks.
Gone. It's like a dog.
I used to think that too.
Do all these animals go to heaven because we're the fucking same thing.
So I used to have like a very nihilistic.
It's just to me, it just makes sense. How?
I totally get that.
But there's plenty of like shit like like afterlife. I would like to think maybe I do because to a certain I still pray. I still so who obviously I have to if I'm praying to somebody. So yeah, I guess I do. It's like one of those back and forth. Like I guess it doesn't make sense, but also there is sort of a belief of there's a faith.
I like that. I mean, I've got multiple religious tattoos, but I'm not big into religion. So
rosary on my arm from my brother who's in a bad accident when I was a kid. And that's there was a rosary next to his hospital bed. I got it because he should have been dead that night, and he lived out of a huge car accident. Wow. So I got it. I'm like, all right, this is a remembrance. So obviously, I still have faith. But
I like that. What's the biggest piece of advice that you have to give to someone who's hearing you on this podcast, like first time, someone who doesn't know you? What's like your mantra, your motto, something that you want to,
Don't dwell on the past. Regret. Do not fucking let it happen. You don't want to be older. Perspective. Fucking constantly keep perspective. Be grateful. Constant gratitude. Discipline's going to be the way you get any sort of success. Do hard work. Hard work, hard work, hard work. There's this saying that the only tangible part of success is hard work. Like you could be talented, you can have this, and that. Yeah, I mean, what's the only thing that anyone could fucking do if they want to be successful is work hard. They could be not the smartest, the talented, best looking, fastest, can't jump high, can't be naturally athlete. So work hard. leave it all out there. Don't fucking half-ass shit. Be grateful for what you have. Definitely, I'm so big on gratitude, you know, because people get so hung
Another
up
thing
on. They're like, oh, we're supposed to be in my life. Oh, my job sucks. This and that. You gotta fucking look at some sort of perspective.
Oh, I mean, like gratitude
it
has
can
been
be way worse, way worse. Like
in a heartbeat.
You know, there's so many fucking
Tomorrow.
humans. Your life, you know, like you fucking won the
an
lottery.
hour from now,
you won the
life
lottery,
could,
man. You were born. You're in fucking America. Like people have no clue.
Yeah,
how good we have it, or how good anyone has it.
I'm big on gratitude because, like you said, like we.
That's a happiness.
Happiness
is the goal, man.
Yeah.
Happiness. I just want to be happy.
I couldn't agree with you more. And happiness comes from within.
Of course, yeah, and that's because a lot of people don't understand. They think the house, it's the fucking cars, it's the money in the bank. It doesn't matter.
Nope.
It's what are you fulfilled?
Because when it's gone tomorrow,
are you satisfied with what you're doing right now? Exactly. It's gone tomorrow, and you look back. Did I fucking all right? Am I satisfied with where your life happened? And a lot of people aren't. Like, because I've talked to people. I've like, yo, like, what if you died tomorrow? Would you be satisfied with where your life has been? Like, oh no, not fuck no. I'm like, what are you doing about that?
That's a lot of the reason for this conversations. Yeah. I think I want to know how people feel about that.
Like I'm never. It's just. I guess I could be.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't be. If I died tomorrow, I wouldn't be satisfied because I have so much more.
There's a lot of unfulfillment.
So much, big time.
Yeah,
even
unfulfilled
people like,
potential.
why don't you move? Like people even moving. I'm like, I got an unfinished business. I live in Northeast New Jersey. We were very fortunate to live where we live. This is where all the money's at in the fucking country, like 70-something% in the fucking tri-state area. If you make it here, you make it anywhere. But if you're good at something, there's 15 other people just as good. So that's like that drive right there. Like fuck, like you know, like I don't, bitch out. Like I'll move somewhere else and it'll be easier.
It's running right. I've had this conversation repeatedly, especially with like my last podcast with Jess Miller, because she's always wanted to live in California and she just moved there and she couldn't be happier. And like, I love that for her. But like, there was a lot of times in my life where I had the opportunity to move to Florida or Miami and I didn't because
I can't do it yet because I'm unsatisfied.
100%. The timing for everything is immensely important.
No way. I haven't even came close to killing New Jersey.
I'm with you, man.
I can't wait.
Dude, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me, man. This has been helpful.
I gotta be honest, I'm wildly impressed with like your mental attitude and just how you like go about attacking life.
And I mean, that's the only thing. I mean, I even shit on Instagram, like constantly putting quotes or whatever. If someone could read something I put on or just even listen to me or hear me, if I could inspire one person or just like give someone else a fucking uplift of some sort, because if their day sucks, if they're not feeling great, it's like, oh, fuck, they read something on my Instagram, that's going to help me, and that's going to make it all worthwhile.
I really appreciate it, man. And you're a good dude, and thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. I really appreciate this.
Thanks, buddy.